What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to test the Tesmanian Cooler against what many people think is the best cooler in the industry, a Yeti cooler. Stay tuned. Alright, the first thing I want to do is give you guys some dimensions. Let's do the Yeti first. It's a Yeti 45. The length is about 19 and a half. The width, it's about, there's a little bit of a lip inside here, so without that little lip, it's about 11 inches. And then the depth is about, if you take away this lip, I would say about 10 and a half. So that's the Yeti. And so let's look at the Tesmanian now. Obviously the Tesmanian looks smaller, but the length on it is about 20 and a half by 11 and a half. And the depth, it's a little bit more shallow. It's only like 6 and a half. So you can tell that the depth here is quite a bit less. So it's not going to hold as much volume, but just wanted to give you guys those dimensions just in case, because I know you guys are going to ask. But that's the dimensions. Alright, so now that we got the dimensions out of the way, I just want to give you guys a quick overview of what I'm going to do. It's not going to be some super scientific test. I just want to see how long ice lasts in this cooler versus this cooler. It's not, again, it's not a huge science experiment. I'm going to fill it up with ice, and then I'm going to come back every 24 hours and see how much ice is left in these coolers. I'm going to leave it in the back of the Model Y here. So it's going to be, both of them are going to be in when we're driving around town. It's going to be in the garage. It'll be out in the sun. It's going to be kind of all over the place. So to give us a really good idea of how long ice lasts one versus the other. And that's it. So let's go off to the store and get some ice and fill it up.
5 minutes later.
All right, just got out of the store. Let's fill it up. So what I've got, 4 bags of 7 pounds of ice. So I'm going to put 2 7-pound bags of ice in each cooler, and then we'll just close it up and see what happens. One down. All right, there we go. It's all filled up. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, so let's take a look at each one of them after I filled them up. This is the Yeti. It's filled up about halfway, I would say. Yeah, about halfway on the Yeti. And then let's take a look at the Tesmanian. It's more full. You can see it's probably 3/4 of the way full. Let's see here. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean a little more than the Yeti for sure. All right, so I just closed them up. There they are. That's how they're going to sit. And every time I come test them, I'm going to come look at them, open each one of them up. I'm going to video it and show you guys. And I'm not exactly sure the time stamps of when I'm going to test it. I'm going to test it when I can, but it's going to be the same. So, you know, I'm going to test both of them at the same time. I'll open them both at the same time so you guys can see the results. So, next time you guys see me, or next time you guys see the coolers, we will be testing, and let's see how both of them hold up. Talk to you guys soon. All right, so we're at 4 hours. Let's go take a look. I'll take you guys with me. Let's see here. All right, it's been 4 hours. It's been in the garage a lot. I did go on a little bit of a lunch run, and it was like 90 something degrees outside. Let's take a look here. Well, the Yeti still looks it's melted a little bit, but it still looks really good. Alright, now for the Tesmanian. And the Tesmanian, you can see it doesn't have, like, you know, these straps. It's a zipper. And honestly, you guys, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, actually, I expect for the Yeti to last a lot longer. I think it's going to hold ice a lot longer, just because of what it is. And I was never really expecting for the Tesmanian to hold ice as long as the Yeti. But I just wanted to do this test to give us a good baseline, because I know this, you know, the Yeti is a really popular cooler, and it's a really good cooler. I've had this thing for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and it's a really good cooler. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what the Tesmanian looks like. Hey, it's still holding ice. Can you see it? So we're at 4 hours. I mean, there's not a lot of water, a little bit. It's still holding it very good. I'm actually surprised. All right. So I'm going to close this back up, and we're going to take a look at it in another 4 hours, and let's see what it looks like then. All right, guys. It's been another 5 hours, so we are at what is it? 4. It's been 5 hours, so we are at 9 hours right now. Let's take a look if my trunk will open. All right, we'll take a look first at the Yeti. There we go. Let's see. Oh, it's still. It looks really good. A little bit of water there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit of water. It looks really good though. It's holding ice really good at 9 hours. And now, let's take a look. Let's see here. Take a look at the Tesmanian. Definitely more water, as you can see. Definitely more water. But it's still holding ice. I mean, we're at 8 hours. So, let's see. Yeah. 8 hours. Still holding water. So I'm going to close these back up. Alright, so I'm going to close them back up, and what I'll do is look in the morning. It'll be probably at, that'll be probably another, 10 hours from now. So the Tesmanian may be all water. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. But it'll be interesting to see how it holds up with the Yeti at that point. So I'm going to take a look at it probably about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and we'll see you guys then.
The next day.
The video. Good morning. Wanted you guys to enjoy that sunrise with me. It's now 6 a.m. so it's been another 10 hours, and so we're at 19 hours total right now. 19 hours. So let's take a look and see how it looks. We'll do the Yeti first. There's quite a bit of ice. See that? Still holding up really well. Definitely still usable. So that's the Yeti. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about seeing the Tesmanian. I don't expect it to hold ice for 24 hours. Let's see, dun dun dun. Oh, there's still some ice, check that out. Now, if there is a lot of water, man, that water is cold. You could definitely still hold cold drinks or something like that in that, because it's really cold. I can't even keep my hand in it. But there's still ice in it. It's not all melted, as you can see. So I'm gonna put that back up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna check it again at 24 hours. So I think I wanna keep checking it like every 4 hours now today, just to see how long it holds until all the ice is basically gone. So that's where we're at right now, and we'll see you guys in another 4 hours.
5 hours later.
All right, here we are at the 24-hour mark. Man, it's bright out here. Whew. We are, maybe because I've been inside, we are at the 24-hour mark. Let's take a look and see. And I might not continue the test after this. Let's see what the results are, and we'll go from there. So first on the Yeti, take a look here. Still quite a bit of ice. I would say probably 1/4 of the, or I'm sorry, 1/4 of the ice is left. Yeah, probably, I don't know, no, maybe half actually. I don't know, this isn't a scientific experiment. But there's quite a bit of ice left. Still definitely usable if you had drinks in there or whatever. And then on, get the Tesmanian open here. All right, drum roll, we're ready. Here we go. Dun dun dun. Still ice in it. There's still ice, as you can see. Now it's probably, ooh, that's cold. Ooh, it would definitely still hold your drinks cold. I think I'm gonna let this go longer. I kind of want to see how long it takes till basically there is no ice, because there's still ice left. Like I said, you can see it right there. Don't do that again, Mark, because that's, my hand's numb now. So anyways, there we go. Definitely the Yeti's holding ice longer, but hey, the Tesmanian so far has still got ice in it. That's 24 hours, and drinks would still be cold or whatever. And so I'm gonna wait let's see, if it's 11 now, it's been 24 hours, I'll wait till probably 2 or 3. I'll do yeah, maybe 3, and we'll see what it's like then. Actually, you know what, I'm not gonna do 4 hours. I'll wait maybe 6, and let's see what it's like then. I don't think we need to do it like every 4 hours, because that's still gonna take a while to, because it's been 4 hours, or it's actually been 5 hours since this morning, and there's still ice in it. So we'll wait another like 5 or 6 hours and see how it is then. All right, guys, it's been I think it's been about 30 hours. I'll let you know once I get back to the garage. And but I wanted to show you guys quickly. I had to run out. I wanted to show you guys that it's 100 degrees outside, so it's hot. It's been really hot, and I've driven the car around. It hasn't just been parked in the garage the whole time, so it's getting a real world test of being in a hot car and whatnot. So just wanted to show you guys, and I'll see you back in the garage. All right, we're back at it. It's now been 6 hours since the last time, so we are at what, 24? We're at 30 hours. So let's see what it looks like. So here's the Yeti. Get you up close here. Oh, lots of water. Yeah, a lot of water. But it would still, it would still hold. Basically, the Yeti looks about like what the Tesmanian looked at 24 hours, for the most part. Lots of water, but it would still, it's still holding the ice, and it would still hold drinks cold. Let's see. Let's see what the Tesmanian looks like. All right, here we go. 30 hours. Testing. Let's see. Still ice in it. Look at that. Not a lot, but there's still ice, and it's still really cold. Look at that. Lots of water, but there's still ice in it. So I'm gonna let it roll, and maybe check it, maybe later on. and see what it looks like. But you could still have drinks in there, and it would still be cold if you had you know, different drinks in there. So anyways, let's check it again. I want to keep letting this roll. I want to let it keep going until I don't see any more ice. I'm just curious to see how they compare. So we'll see you soon.
Many tic-tacs later.
All right, it's now been another 4 hours. We are now at, what is that, 34 hours. And let's take a look. I don't think we're going to see that much of a difference. Take a look there at the Yeti. A lot of ice, melted quite a bit. You can see it's a lot of water. There's still a lot of ice left too, which I expected. I expected that from the Yeti. I've used it before, so I mean, I figured it could go a couple of days. And then at the Tesmanian, let's see here. There's still ice in there. I mean, believe it or not. Look at that. And the water is still really cold. Like, it would still hold. It would still hold drinks. It would still hold drinks cold, I think. So we're at 34 hours, and I am going to make a decision at this point that I'm going to call it an end of the test, because we're at 34 hours. And I don't think by the time I go to sleep tonight and wake up in the morning, I don't think there's going to be any ice left. I'm going to leave it like this just to see when I get up in the morning, just to see. But you can see where we're at 34 hours. So we'll look in the morning. Let's look at that, and then we'll talk from there. And I want to give you guys some closing thoughts, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys in the morning.
The next morning.
All right, we're at the next morning. It's been, the last time I checked it was 8 p.m. and now it's 8 a.m. So it's been another 12 hours. So we're at what, 46 hours now. So 46 hours total. So we'll take a look at the Yeti, and it's mostly ice. Here, let me scoot this back a little bit. It's yeah, a lot of, I mean, there is still some ice in it, as you can see, but it's melted a lot. So let's take a look at the Tesmanian. And I have a feeling this one's going to be all water. I have a feeling. Let's see. Yep, no ice left. Let's see if the water's cold. Wow, I mean, the water's really cold. Not as cold as it was, but it's really cold. So there we go. So I don't know exactly when it all melted. I'm not sure exactly when, you know, the ice all went away, because it's been 12 hours. I had a feeling it would be all melted. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned, and I'm going to give you some thoughts, because even though the ice lasts longer in this Yeti versus the Tesmanian, this Tesmanian has a lot of benefits that the Yeti doesn't have. So I want to talk to you guys about that. Alright, now we got the testing done, and as you guys saw, the Yeti cooler holds ice longer than the Tesmanian. I knew that was going to happen because I've had the Yeti cooler, and it's a hard shell cooler. It's bigger, it's hard shell, and I knew it was going to hold ice longer, but that wasn't the point of this video. I wanted to set it up against a stable in the industry, this Yeti cooler, and I wanted to see how it held up. I didn't expect it to beat it, but what the Tesmanian has compared to the Yeti is this. Check this out. So if you're going on a trip and you need somewhere to put your cooler and you don't have any space in the rear trunk area, the Tesmanian cooler was made to fit in the lower trunk or the front of a Tesla. So you can fill this whole space with stuff. And then let's say you had the Yeti cooler and you need to take it on a trip. It's not going to fit. You're stuck. So you're going to have to take up your trunk space with a cooler that is pretty big, and most of the time you don't need it to hold ice that long anyways. You only need it to hold it for a day, and the Tesmanian holds it for a day easily. So let's take this one out. The Tesmanian cooler is made to fit in this area. Fits like a glove. Let me show you. So there you have it, in the lower trunk area of the Model Y. And it will fit in the other Teslas also. So that's the big advantage of the Tesmanian cooler. Let me show you the front area also. Alright, so here we are at the front trunk area, or the frunk, and I want to show you guys how both coolers fit into the frunk. I know the Yeti's not going to fit. It's quite a bit bigger than the Tesmanian, and the frunk area is actually smaller than the rear trunk area. So I know it's not going to fit, but I want to show you guys. So here's the Yeti. Not going to fit. As you can see, not even close. So that's the Yeti. Can't fit it in the front. The Tesmanian is made to fit in the front. Put that in. Can you see that? Like a glove. And if I wanted to close it, I could close it. That's a big advantage of the Tesmanian cooler. Again, I didn't expect the Tesmanian to hold ice as long as the Yeti. The Yeti has been around for a long time. Everyone loves their Yeti coolers, and I have one. They're great coolers. But for most of my trips, like day trips, I love having the Tesmanian because I can fit it in the front. It's out of the way. It gives me more storage space in the rear and in the front, depending on where I want to put it. And to me, that's a huge advantage of the Tesmanian over the Yeti. Also, the Tesmanian cooler is made out of thermoplastic polyurethane, which is better overall. A lot of the coolers are made from PVC, which is very toxic. So I think it's really cool that they thought about that when they made it. They wanted to make it the best way possible. And it's a great product. If you guys want to look at buying a Tesmanian cooler, check out Tesmanian.com. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you guys use my coupon code, it's Mark Benton, M-A-R-C-B-E-N-T-O-N. It's all one word. There's no spaces. And you guys will get 10% off. So you can check out their Model Y all-weather floor mats. You can see that in one of my other videos. They are fantastic. And got the cooler, we got the trunk mat. They've got a lot of things on their website that you can check out. So use my coupon code for 10% off, and we will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Kind of scared me.